A very good morning, my dear students. I am T A Hulikatti, Department of Commerce, going to engage investment management subjects for Bcom second sem as per RCUB newly CBCS syllabus. Before going to syllabus, I just want to give you brief discussion about investment management. The main purpose or objective of university is bringing this subject to know students about various ways of investment, how to frame and how to distribute their amount for saving money, which provide financial securities or earn high returns in future for betterment of life. Okay, so this is the main purpose of investment management syllabus. Okay, again the main objective of this syllabus to bringing in the form of Bcom second sem to familiarize the students with different investment alternatives, introduce them to the framework of the analysis and valuation, and highlights role of investors protection. Okay, so my dear students, the main purpose of this subject is what? To for the investor protection. Means nowadays many people are investing in different field and they are getting losses, so the to know these things won't happen in the future, that's why they bring this subject to the syllabus. Now let's move to the syllabus. So my dear students, in this syllabus they consist 5 units. First unit is based on investment environment, second one is fixed income securities, third approaches to equity analysis, fourth is based on portfolio analysis and financial derivatives, and the last unit is based on what year? Investors protection. Okay, these all are 5 units which comes in what year? Investment management syllabus. Now come to the first unit, that is nothing but what year? Investment environment. So my dear students, here investment andre ಏನು? ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಹಣ ಹಾಕುವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀರಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಪರಿಸರ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಪರಿಸರ. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಯರ್? ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಪರಿಸರ. ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್, ದ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ process. And here we get to know the types of investment in the form of commodities, real estate and the financial assets, the Indian security market, the market participant and trading of securities, market indices, sources of financial information, concept of return and risk, impact of taxes and inflation on return. Okay, so my dear students, in this chapter we'll get to know the meaning of investment and what are the types which comes in the form of investment, and how we are getting the return and risk we get to know in this chapter. Now let's move to the simple meaning, not briefly, not more. We are going to discuss some brief discussion here about the investment. So investment means what? Buying physical assets like building, land, furniture, otherwise gold or bonds. These all are what? Nothing but your physical assets. These all are nothing but what? Your physical assets. So here the different types which comes in the investment is nothing but what? Here stock, bonds, investment funds, bank products, etc. This all things will be comes in what year? Investment. In simple terms of investment is nothing but what? Investing your savings to get more and more profit for the future. In the future, this is all are called which comes in the form of first unit, that is nothing but investment environment. Now let's move to the second unit, that is nothing but fixed income securities. That is nothing but what? The fixed income security. Before going to the entire syllabus, first we have to know what is that fixed income securities. Okay, so here my dear student, the main purpose or the meaning here we are going to get to know how they provide investors return in the form of fixed periodic payments, and return of amount at maturity period. Means what? How they are, whatever they are investing, how they are getting, that is called what here? Fixed income securities. In this chapter we are going to get to know the meaning of bond features, types of bonds, estimating bond yields, bond evaluation, types of bond risk, default risk, and credit ratings. Okay, this entire chapter is based on what here? The practical and the theoretical concepts. The both concepts will come on this chapter. So now let's move to the bond. What is this bond? Okay, bonds means what? In generally contact between two parties. Okay, contact between two parties or contact between companies. This is the meaning of what here? Bonds. So it means a fixed income instruments, or it is a fixed income investment which represent a loan made by an investor to a borrower. Okay, so here it is nothing but what is, it is a fixed income investment. It is a fixed income investment which represent loan made by the investors or a borrower, which is called what here? The meaning of bond. When we are going to know this entire chapter, we will get to know each and everything in this chapter. Okay, now let's move to the third unit, that is nothing but approaches to equity analysis. This approaches to equity analysis is based on what here? Introductions to fundamental analysis, technical analysis, efficient market hypothesis, dividend capitalization models, and price earning multiple approach to equity evaluation. Okay, so this chapter also consists of theoretical and the problematic way. Okay, this is also based on what here? The theoretical and the problematic way. Now let's move to the fourth chapter, that is nothing but portfolio analysis and financial derivatives. So my dear student, this chapter is based on the portfolio and the diversification, portfolio risk and return, mutual funds, introductions to financial derivatives markets in India, which is based on what here? Practical problems. It means what? This chapter also based on the both theoretical and the problematic concepts. So briefly we'll going to get to know what is this portfolio analysis and financial derivatives. Okay, so my dear students, the portfolio or diversification or derivatives are nothing but what? Investing amount in different portfolio for reducing risk. Okay, so here what? For example, you have 10,000 rupees. Okay, you have 10,000 rupees and thinking to invest. What you are thinking to invest? So this amount for what purpose you are going to invest this amount? For the profit purpose only. So what you want to do when you are going to invest? If you invest, for example, this overall 10,000 amount, if you are going to invest in one portfolio only, definitely you will be in loss. Just assume you have 5 alternative ways. Okay, you have 5 alternatives way, in the form of what? Stock exchange, in the form of real estate, in the form of mutual funds, in the form of banks. So you just assume that 10,000 amounts you are going to invest in the form of what? In each field you are going to invest 2,000. So suddenly just assume, if one way getting loss means in another way you are in safe zone. This is called what? Portfolio analysis and the financial derivatives. So entire things we are going to get to know in the form of this chapter. Now let's move to the last chapter, that is nothing but investors protection. Okay, investors protection. So here in this we are going to get to know the role of SEBI. SEBI is nothing but Securities Exchange Board of India. Okay, so the role of SEBI and stock exchange in investors protection, that is nothing but investors grievances and their redressal system, insider trading, investors awareness and activism. Okay, so here what is the main purpose of this chapter, which comes in the form of investors protection. Okay, so here investor is the backbone of what? Securities market. Okay, without investors market can't run. Okay, so without the investors market can't run. The main purpose of SEBI here, the role of SEBI is what? To protect the investment of investors. Okay, so here what so SEBI plays a very important role to protect their investment For what purpose? For example, you are going to invest some amount and you are getting fraud. So for that purpose for what ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಹಣ ಹಾಕಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ this chapter. So this is the role of SEBI. For role of SEBI is what? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಫ್ರಾಡ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. This is the entire things which comes in this chapter. Okay, so this is the whole syllabus which comes in investment management. So my dear student, this syllabus, this subject is very interesting subject to get to know the various investment, to get to know various alternatives way. Nowadays it's very important how to save money for future and how to utilize that. So from this subject we'll get to know how to protect our money, how to invest, where to invest, and different of ideas. Being a commerce student, this subject is very important. So we'll get to know what things will becomes in this entire syllabus. So my dear students, so soon I'm going to engage the classes for you all. Thank you very much. Be safe, stay at home. Okay, so take care of your family. Thank you so much.